Hey guys, back to another YouTube video. Today it's going to be part 2 to that 700 subscribers. I got that knife all right here. And as you can see, it's going to need some little bit of cleaning and a little bit of hand sanding. So I got some 36 grit, I got some 80 grit, and then I got some 1000 grit. So the 80 grit's mainly going to be used for to get all the rust and slack off of it. And then the 80 grit will help smooth it all out. And then the 1000 will, of course, help it polish out really well. So let's go ahead and get started. Here's before, here's after. And that was just with the 36 grit. So let's go ahead and now do the other side again. Here's the before. I'm going to phrase that. Here's the before. Here's the after. So now let's do the other side. All right. Got the other side nice and done. Sadly, it does got some minor staining to it, but really there ain't much I could do about that. I'll try to see if I can hand sand it out just a little bit more, and if it doesn't come out, then I'll just still be fine with it. Alright, got most of it out. Now let's go ahead and hit it with the 80 grit to blend it all in. go. After the 80 grit. Now let's go ahead and smooth out the back a little bit since I did use a belt sander, so I'm going to smooth all this out real quick. I'm just going to use the 80 grit on that. Just smoothing everything out. Again, don't forget to go back in the last video and vote for the next item you want me to make a knife out of. Alright, that's smoothed out. Next is to work on the handle a little bit, which the handle itself really doesn't need that much. I'll probably just use some 1000 grit and just gently smooth everything out. Or the 80 grit to help get all the paint off this tank. Looks like someone got paint on this at one point, which isn't too common. So let's go ahead and get that done. Fold this in half so I can just get in between the wood. Go. Next to the other side. Just show you the before. This is before. This is after. Before and after. Yep, the other side done. Now both sides are clean. Now time to clean the back. And now I'll just lay the piece of paper down like this and just do this. Go. The back all cleaned. All right, now that that's all done, last thing to do is run it over with the 1000 grit, and then I'll take y'all to the tool room and I will polish it all up. So let's use the 1000 grit. Go. Got it with the 1000 grit. Now it's a lot more shiny. Next is just shine up the back and then around the spring, and then I'll go polish it up. All right, there we go. All the sides are cleaned up. Now let's just take y'all to the tool room, because I keep my drill press and my other tools in a separate area now, just so that way it saves me time and gives me more room to work. And plus my father uses my tools just as much as I use them, if not more. So I'll just prop y'all up right here. Let me move my toolbox. Prop y'all up right here. There we go. Got my nice little drill press hooked up with my buffing wheel on it. So again, here's what it looks like now. Yeah, it's kind of dark. Let me scoot y'all up a little bit. go. Hopefully that's better for y'all. So anyway, here's what it looks like now. It still is kind of dark. Sorry about the camera angles. A lot of times this thing's weird about camera angles like that. Let's try it this way. There we go. Yeah, it's still too dark. Again, that's what I don't like about filming inside, is a lot of times it's hard to give y'all a good view of what's going on. So I guess I'll just have to stick with that. So anyway, here's this. Now let's polish it up. Alright, that's all done. Let's take y'all back to my workbench. So that way, all I have to do now is put a little bit of oil on the handle and give a few whacks with the whetstone, and then she's done. Go back in there. Anyway, here she is. Repolished the lead pieces. Now it looks like a proper knife. Now, last thing to do is put a nice little coat of oil on the handle. I'm just going to use some simple orange glow that a lot of people use for furniture polishing. Just get a rag real quick. And that's nice. Wipe off the excess. Wipe off the fingerprints. There you go. A perfectly functioning knife out of nothing but a USA old Dust Devil scraper. Or just Red Devils. Now, last thing to do is put a nice sharp edge on it. So all I have to do now is get my whetstone. Take this out of my vise. Because I prefer, when I have my whetstone, I prefer to have it clamped down. So that way it makes it a lot easier. few licks. Just drop it a few times on my belt. All right. See how sharp we did. Pretty good. Pretty good for something that never actually had an edge. And let's give it a couple more licks on the whetstone. Let's try it now. Oh yeah, that's better. That goes to show you don't always just need files or saw blades to make a good knife. You can take just something simple that already has a handle and already make a nice looking knife out of it. Hope you've enjoyed my 700 subscriber video, part 2. And don't forget to go back in the previous video and vote for the next item you want me to make something out of. And as always, stay sharp.